What's up, everybody? My name is Tim Ruswick, and today we're going to talk about the power of persuasion, more specifically how to get people to comply with your requests, how to get people to do the things that you want them to do. We're not going to go into super specifics, but I want to share one especially powerful method that I've used before when I am trying to get clients, when I'm trying to get people to work with me or for me, when I'm trying to get favors from friends, when I'm doing just about anything that requires another person that I need help from them. And what a lot of people don't realize is that there are certain things that you can do or you can say in any kind of situation, not just negotiation, not just deal making, not just casual conversations, to help stack things in your favor, right? And my favorite method of this in persuasion is called the because method. And it's just one word, because. And I want to talk about the power of that word because I think it is especially relevant to today's world. And I think it's very powerful in any kind of communication in our world today. So first of all, I want to talk about a psychology study. I have it here. The study was done by Ellen Langer in 1978. She was the professor of psychology at Harvard. And she did a study where she asked a series of people simple questions like, excuse me, I have pages. Can I skip the line for the copier? Super simple stuff. Now, most people would not allow her to skip the line when she just asked, do you mind if I skip the line? But when she added the word because, even if it was a stupid reason, because I'm in a rush, because I have to make copies, like stupid reasons that make no sense, the compliance rate shot up. So we actually have numbers here from her study. When you just asked to skip the line, there was about a 60% compliance rate. So just asking in itself is super powerful, right? It doesn't matter what it is, not just making copies, not just skipping lines, asking for help, asking for a shout out on Twitter, asking for somebody to email their list, asking for a cover story in one of your favorite magazines. Asking by itself is powerful. But when you add because, you can get more compliance. There was a 93 and 94% compliance rate respectively when she added the word because. Even though the reasons were dumb. I have an actual line here. Excuse me, I have 5 pages. May I use the Xerox machine because I have to make copies? That's all, like, because I have to make copies. Yeah, no shit, you have to make copies. Like, you're trying to use the copier, right? Like, but adding in that word, adding in a reason, adding in a why is what's so powerful about it. The word because in the English language holds a lot of power. And a lot of times people are much more willing to help you in whatever caveat, whatever way that you need help. If you give them a reason and you let them know why you're doing it. Now, some people abuse this and they go the negative route and they'll make up reasons. I'm not suggesting you do that. I'm just suggesting that you use the word because, again, this is something that I use a lot and it's kind of integrated in the way that I talk. I think that it is super powerful. And when you tell somebody why you're doing something or your reasoning behind it, not only are they more likely to comply most of the time, but it also helps them understand whatever you're trying to communicate. If you are communicating your reasoning, and this is especially true when you're working with programmers or artists or whatever, if you tell somebody, okay, this is what I need done because we're trying to achieve this, that also, not only does it help persuade your case to help get that done, but it also allows them to see any potential flaws in your thinking. So you're saying, if you say something like, I want to get this, I need this voxel art done because I want to really impress people with the art style. Those two things aren't necessarily connected, right? It doesn't mean that just because you have voxel art, you're going to impress people with the art style, but you can especially impress people with the art style without voxel art, right? You could do a bunch of different arts and impress people. So if the only reasoning is to impress people, maybe your artist can kind of help you out and find an art style that will match what you're trying to do. There are a lot of reasons, little tiny reasons like this, why you should use the word because. I think it's super powerful, and I think anybody that doesn't use it is missing out on a lot, because it is super, 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 super important and powerful in the way that we communicate. I'm not sure how this works in other languages. I would imagine adding reasoning and adding whys to it has a similar effect, but again, I'm not familiar with a bunch of other cultures and stuff. I just know how well this works in the United States. And I have to say, especially when it comes to freelance, especially when it comes to negotiation and anything of the sort where I have to negotiate a contract, or I have to ask for a specific amount of money, or ask for terms with whoever I'm working with, because has seriously like changed the way that I do business, because just adding in the reasoning of why I'm doing things can dramatically increase my paychecks, my proposals, the success rate on getting things that I want in contracts. It helps all the way around. So that's all I got for you today. I hope you found it useful. If you did, leave me a thumbs up and a comment down below, because I would like to hear your thoughts, and I would like to hear what you have to say, because it's a conversation, not a one-way communication. So my name is Tim Ruswick, and I will see you again tomorrow.